Hello everyone, it is Alexis
and Lilian.
So today we're doing part 2 of our coming out series, and this time it's going to have a little more of a positive twist to it. It's going to be the things that helped us when we were coming out.
So if you missed our last video in this coming out series, there we discussed what scared us the most about having to come out, whether it was accepting our sexual identity ourselves or coming out to others.
You look cute with that little red lips, honey.
The thing that helped me the most was actually having positive queer role models. Because growing up in a small town and like being surrounded by what felt just straight people, not having really anyone openly gay to relate to or to see what their life is like, I felt scared kind of to think, oh, I might be queer when I hadn't really been exposed to a life like that, you know, or like knowing many people that are queer.
I feel like also kind of movies in like the 90s when we were growing up, whenever there was like someone gay, they made it like the very stereotypical kind of like lesbian or like gay guy.
Or it would always be portrayed as like super dramatic, you know, like you can't really have like a happy life and everything's like super difficult and stuff. So then what really helped me a lot was just having positive queer role models. So in my case, this was famous people, but it can be, you know, people in your network that you know, that you look up to, and
maybe a good
like
author.
A good author. And seeing that they're happy, that really helped me get confidence. And I thought, what's the big deal all about, you know? I know many of you have heard this before if you're familiar with our channel, but for me, it was Tegan and Sarah.
Of course.
So it didn't seem scary at all. It was like, these people are great.
Yeah, and you look up to them. And
yeah. This is not scary, and I feel confident, and I feel like if you yourself aren't like ashamed or scared or whatever, it also doesn't matter like as much what other people think. I would say that was the one thing that really helped me. Thank you, Tegan and Sarah. Love ya. I once wrote a letter to them why they should hire me as their tour drummer. Still waiting for a response. Still available, okay?
For me, it was definitely like movies, YouTubers, people like this that felt like I could, relate to, and that they were like real people going through this and seeing their lives and being like, okay, like they're good, they're cool. They like got their shit figured out, kinda.
See, and that's why representation is so freaking important. It really is.
Yeah, no, it is, for sure.
And then there was another thing that helped me. But before we get into that, just a quick note on our sponsor for this video. Our sponsor is
Louisa, our favorite sustainable jewelry brand. Ding!
Louisa's Valentine's Day campaign is coming up, and you can get 40% off site-wide at the moment. We are rocking some new jewelry that we got from them. This little cute simple necklace,
and I also got these cute little study studs. I wear them literally all the time. I wear them in bed. I don't even take them off, which is concerning maybe.
We've been collaborating with Louisa for a while now because we really believe in their brand mission. They are 100% carbon neutral, so it's good quality and you can get something for every budget. So take a look around. If you're more into minimal stuff like us, you can definitely find something there. But also if you're on the hunt for something more eye-catching, like statement pieces, you definitely won't be disappointed. So if you want to check out Louisa and take advantage of the 40% sale, just take a look at the link below and check it out. Find yourself something.
Happy Valentine's Day!
And on with the video.
Choo.
So another thing that really helped me when coming out was actually just leaving my home environment, like my hometown where I grew up, with my school and like my friends and everyone that had known me for so long. I went to the kind of school where everyone had been together since like the first grade, like 6 or something like that, you know?
Yeah, so you're just kind of like stuck in your bubble and like everyone just knew you for like Lilian.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like way more daunting to have to come out to all those people and just like, So what I did was, once I was done high school, I went abroad in New York and then in Toronto, and I was there actively seeking out these like queer groups where I right away was like, yep, I'm queer, I want to meet other queer people. And that was just so liberating because
you can be like your real self.
Yeah, no one knew me there. It was the first time that I was like actively meeting other like out individuals that were like my age, like also teenagers, you know. I mean, they were Americans, so they were like, she has a cute accent.
And you're like, Yeah. So then how was it to like start being around these people and like kind of coming to terms with that more?
Yeah, it felt great. I mean, the thing is that I didn't really have much to back it up because I'd never been like in a relationship or had these like great same-sex experiences, you know.
But you don't have to have that to
I know, but it's just obviously because then when you're there, it's the first time that people are like, oh yeah, my boyfriend, or like, oh, this chick that I was seeing or like had sex with and stuff, and I was like, oh my god, this is also like new. But I was like, whoa, it's happening, and like this could actually happen for me too. So yeah, it was super exciting. I had like a list of like the queer bars in the city. I was underage, so it was a mission to get in, but I did get into some of them. Weeknights are easier. I don't think I could have done that in like my hometown. Because the resources just didn't exist. It was like a small town, it was in Italy and yada yada, but also just go somewhere where no one knows you and you can be this new fresh person. It is like, it was one of the most exciting times in my life.
So then do you feel like once you go back to like your reality or your hometown, then you need to kind of like turn that off? Because then wouldn't it feel so shit to like be like, oh, this is my true self, finally I've like, you know, and then having to go back to that?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked. You make an excellent interviewer. No, I didn't go back into the closet. I was just like open about it. I was also in a relationship, and
you
like
were older,
some people
time
knew that
passed.
Exactly. And you know, word gets around, and then they were like, you know,
did you hear? Yeah.
But yeah, then you know, it's always at like high school stuff, because then there's certain times when everyone comes back to that town. You just know that they're like talking about you, they're gossiping, and it's like, sure, gossip away.
And then they see your hot girlfriend and they're like, I get it, Lilian, I get it.
So yeah, I definitely felt like less confident going back there, but it was just like, I don't need your guys' approval, like fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I'm happy, I'm living my best life. For me, I would say a big part of what really helped me was I made a lot more queer friends. So being in these spaces, kind of like you, like I remember I met this one person. So actually like one of my first queer friends introduced me, of course, to like all of my other queer friends, and it just kind of like kept trickling down the line from there. But yeah, it helped me a lot just to, be around these people, to see, you know, what they're doing, how they're being, how it's just like a normal thing to be queer. And it was really exciting as well, because I was like, oh, I'm here, and I'm like talking to like other girls who are into girls, and I'm like, okay. Yeah, so it was exciting and new.
Oh, you mean because it's like they could also be into you?
Yeah, exactly.
Those first few months in Toronto, I was only hanging out with queer people. Like sometimes I forgot that straight people exist. I was just like, yeah, you're queer, you're queer. It was amazing. And it's like being finally not like the only one, and like straight being the norm. Okay, so what are our takeaways from this? I think just representation is really important. Having positive role models that also identify as queer, lesbian, bi, whatever you identify as, can have a huge impact. And of course the people that you surround yourself with. And if you're afraid to come out or not confident around the people around you, just breaking away and starting over somewhere new. It might seem scary, but it can be the most exciting and liberating thing you may ever do.
And it's interesting because also with me, like I kind of did that in a way. Like I broke away from like my straight friends. Like I didn't fully break away from them, like let's be real, but it's like I was definitely not hanging out with them as much, and like I was then kind of doing my own thing and like being a part of this more like queer group. And anyone who doesn't accept you for who you are, I don't got time for that, and I'm sure you don't have time for that either. Think of all these really cool, amazing queer people who are just like out and proud and living their life. Like they're fine. I just want that. And now that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
That's it for today's discussion on coming out, what helped us the most. As always, we would love to hear your thoughts on this, what helped you the most. Share it in the comments, please. And if you like this video, like it and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to turn on notifications.
Yeah, you tell them, babe. Tell them.
What's up next in this series of coming out?
Yeah, give us some ideas. I don't know. What we hated the most?
what we hated the most. Anyway, we still need a little bit of inspiration juice, but let us know in the comments because we know you guys always have amazing ideas.
We appreciate you for sticking around till the end, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss.
Tschüss.